Fuck yeah. It's my most played game outside of SCM Draft 2, probably. I'm making a broodling. I'm going to be making 4 broodling graphics. I already made one off stream before I started. This is the second one. And then I'm going to do probably 3 queens. And then I'll have to check the thread actually to figure out what I'm doing after that. Hey, welcome the Hoop Thrower. How you hanging? Thanks for the sub. I'm missing a leg somewhere. No, I guess I got them all. This poor fella needs a head, even if it's detached. Let's see if we can grab one from another. No, we need this one right here. Now he's a real broodling. Yeah. To Free the Beast is a pretty long one. If you're having difficulty with it, I would recommend... The thing is, you kind of have to, like, use most of the expansions on the map. Unless you're going to go really hard with, like, actually destroying the enemy bases. If there's not... Like, without the red and blue main bases, Tuzor can actually do most of the legwork for you. Unless he has an unfortunate AI moment where he just decides to not do anything, I guess. But I haven't seen that happen at the new version. But obviously it's pretty difficult to get to the point where you can realistically attack those guys. By that point you're probably already ready to just destroy the Great Forum. Why did you decide to change the audio, the waveform names, Vorgos? Was there like some problem with the triggers or typing them in or something? A Spanish transition. Could you possibly deliver a better performance than the heavily lauded Jack Frost? But that's madness. I can't imagine they had the resources to hire other language voice actors. This would have been a good jam to play during Halloween if I wasn't working. Couldn't handle it. They got to map 15 and said, why am I doing this? Started reconsidering their life choices. Maybe they could handle the translation, but couldn't handle actually playing the game, so they could never record it. That would be feasible, I think. Oh, man. When did you get an Overlord? That sounds like a bug. Oh, you're talking about the Harvest, the 4th map. Had me concerned there. I thought you were talking about, like, cheesing it by bringing an Overlord into Tuzor's area. Or something. Yeah, that's, it's designed to make it so that you can do that. I probably could have added some Scourge or some Devours or something, but... Devours, I wanted to wait until map 5 to introduce, and Scourge probably would have just been fucking flown around the map at light speed by the AI, because they have, like, flying circus stuff going on in their code somewhere that I haven't been able to fix. There was a really humorous issue with Tuzor, actually, in map 5, where he had this, like, roaming band of Queens and Scourge. It was, like, 12 Queens and 30 Scourge. He would just fly them around his base, sometimes into enemy bases without actually doing anything. Like, they would obviously auto-attack after they reached their destination. But neither myself nor Necron, the guy who coded Tuzor, could figure out what the hell was happening with him. He was just flying around with all of these units. We called it the Flying Circus. After I fixed some issues with broodlings, that would have at least been a funny a funny bit, because at least then he would have used spawn broodling on High Templar and Dragoons. But before that, he was just running around. I don't even know what fixed it either. I don't think we ever figured that particular bit of detail out. It's just an interesting occurrence, that's all. Oh, does that happen? The flying circus? Am I not the only one to have run into that problem? Oh, man. Interesting. I hope I can actually replicate that later on, because I would like to use that for a comedy campaign where you face off against an AI that literally just flies Scourge into your base for no reason. It was really just something else. You can only build air units and have to keep an air unit alive, and they fly Scourge into you. It seems fair, right? That sounds like the premise of a comedy campaign. Oh, like he would, every time he tried to rebuild it, it got destroyed or something? Or you mean once it was destroyed once, he wouldn't rebuild it? He will eventually try to expand multiple times regardless of whether or not his first expansion was successful. Or his first expansion attempt was successful. He should just try to go for a completely different base after a while, but I don't know, man. AI probably broke or something. I never could get what the fuck? Oh, that's funny. I never could get a super concrete, consistent reaction from him in terms of expanding. His main attack loop is still pretty fearsome. Just obviously the expansions stack and help him out quite a bit. Is that the Hungarian expansion? I haven't played it, but I heard it was pretty hilarious. Wait, they... Oh yeah, that's right, they did try to actually voice act the main Blizzard characters. I guess I can't really criticize them for attempting, since I did the same thing with Aldaris, but... My Phoenix impression was on point. It's too bad I never got to show that off. Sounded way better than whatever the fuck they were doing for their Phoenix knockoff character in Legacy of Amon. Something missing with this one. Needs a little pizzazz. You know what I'm saying? I haven't heard it, actually. I didn't think the editing for most of what I heard from Insurrection was too bad. Direction might have been off, but you very rarely will see projects of any scale with good direction, I guess. Why do queens have blue eyes? Or blue, whatever the fuck that is. Yeah, the tail, or whatever this bony thing is, could be attached to another structure or something to make it look cooler. There's actually a lot of things you can do if you want to make, like, kit bashes. You can take a lot of elements from different, different units and combine them. Merge them in some way. Alright, now we need some blood. Trying to think of what was the last. I guess Devour probably has some good blood in it. Oh yeah, baby. Let's go ahead and set you to like 75. Destroyed Great Devourer, doodad. I'd probably have to rip that StarCraft oh shit, I just unplugged my headphones. I'd probably have to rip my StarCraft Remastered Reaver graphic, which I actually can do. Well, I have been working to get Ahmed into every campaign possible. I didn't manage to get Ikeware to include it in Reaver Menace, which is unfortunate. But basically, if anybody's making a campaign these days, I ask them to put Ahmed in somewhere. Because he's supposed to be this interdimensional deity that doesn't actually... He's too stupid to realize he's a god, so he just accidentally wanders between dimensions. And that's how he gets into all those other campaigns. Yeah. Well, he never really dies. Him exploding is just him deciding to go to a new dimension, I guess. Because he also explodes in every single one of the co-op maps. So... who knows? Even I don't know, and I created him. Yeah, violent teleportation. Good way to describe Ahmed and his galaxy or universe bending antics. Alright, this queen looks pretty fucked up to me. I don't know about you guys. No, I've never really watched Star Trek, so couldn't tell you. I have watched a little bit of Star Trek. I watched some of the movies, but I never actually saw Q. Is Q an idiot that doesn't know he's a god? If so, the resemblance would be uncanny. Alright, let's do one more queen, and we can call the queens done and start moving on to whatever else I want to do. Grab this one again. Move these over here in case I need them again. Oops. Well, I guess Ahmed does sort of clone himself about 10 million times accidentally in one of his campaigns, so you could argue he's a A race, a whole species of omni-powerful idiots. I actually had a rather hilarious tooltip. Yeah, Ahmed is, well, Ahmed, so he gets to ignore the rules of reality. Not in-game, though. That would be way too difficult to program. So you get fourth wall breaking and insanity in the same sentence. And it's a tooltip. So it's not even something he says. And that's just the tip of the Todd right there. Okay. What if there was a whole committee of Ahmeds that accidentally traveled to a dimension with books in them, so they became self-aware and intelligent? And one of... but not the original Ahmed. Just some of his clones. So the actual original Ahmed, the real Ahmed, has to, like, answer for his stupid crimes. Seems like a reasonable plot, honestly. I don't see anything wrong with that. One of the stupid crimes would be allowing his creator, me, to live so that I can continue to make campaigns. That would probably be up there and with some of his worst atrocities. You should see the one I just made before that. It's probably worse. Although I don't know, I haven't really finished with this one yet. Yeah, it's funny because I just did broodlings and then I did queens. Worked out, I guess. This fucking queen sure had a lot of parts. But I think I've destroyed them sufficiently. Uh-oh, cops are after me. I've destroyed too many doodads, or units, to make doodads. I have my windows open too, so that's probably gonna be really loud. Louder than normal. It's normally pretty fucking loud. Ah! Don't arrest me, I swear I'm innocent. I just found this queen this way. She fell down the stairs. Not my fault. Really, you should be blaming her for spawning broodlings all over the stairs and causing her to trip up. Yeah, you can. I might actually... Well, the problem with doing that is obviously if the air unit is over terrain, then the broodlings would just make a create unit unplaceable error or something. I think they just wouldn't spawn. I don't think an error would happen. Which I suppose is fine if that's what you're sort of going for. I can just add like a little notice to it that says, if a broodling cannot be spawned there, you will not see it there. It will not be spawned. I'll make sure that every player reads the tooltip in that voice too, just for good measure. I don't know why that is my tooltip reading voice now. It's gonna be a regular feature. Okay, so I think I need to get an extra layer here. Just to accentuate the shadows a bit, because it's really hard to tell that this thing is supposed to be on the ground for the top part of it, I think. Yeah, well, that improves it a little bit, I guess. You could probably write a plugin to detect if the unit is an area unit, and if it is, it would spawn the Scourge, or like a flying... You could make like a custom unit that's a flying broodling. It requires some graphic work, obviously. Besides Scourge, I don't think there's a single melee air unit in the game, so it would be cool to see more of those. That was actually a fairly simple... Well, I guess it was kind of convoluted, since it's like random chance. Basically, the way that I went about it is I created a different weapon that uses the same damage type as Goska's standard weapon, but has the added effect of Maelstrom. And then it would just basically, in the I script, it would randomly go to a different block of the animation code that would use that attack, or that weapon, instead of his default weapon. I could have made it every set amount of attacks. Like, I could have made it so that since he shoots 4 times anyways, what I could have done is, or it's like 4 or 5 times, I don't remember. What I could have done is make it so that at the end of every attack he does it, but I wanted a little bit of randomization there as a way to make it... I mean, the randomization part does kind of suck because it's not as reliable, but I did want to make it so that the player didn't always get the shot every single time. With what I know about C++ now, I'll probably be... if I wanted to, I could probably make it so that it's like an auto-cast ability or something that when activated gives him a stun at the end of every attack, or at the beginning of every attack, perhaps, like it is currently, but it just drains energy while it's active, sort of like Cloak, like passively drains energy. I'll get you a link. I'm surprised you found this stream through my channel and not there. I just assume everyone comes from the Discord channel. Alright, so what's next here? Scourge. And then I wanted to do a couple variants of some other stuff. Alright. I could have sworn I did Scourge already. Well, apparently I did not. Yeah, the problem with these Scourge, they're so fucking small, and the details on them are so impossible to try and capture in any real sensible manner. You kind of have to make them bigger than they really are to make the graphics readable, which is not my favorite thing in the world. You also have way less, or way, I guess, you're limited a lot heavier by the amount of space you can make the graphic take up, because obviously there's less graphics for you to do anything with. I guess I can kind of fuck with something over here. Okay, gotta get rid of this black nonsense over here. Probably the same over here. I've considered using the HD assets, but in most cases they look very, very different from the standard definition ones, and I feel like in the long run they would probably be pretty obnoxious to try it. Like, it would be, I think, too obviously different. Especially from everything else I've created. I've created something like 200 assets using standard definition graphics. It'd be weird to switch over for just a few. I can make it work. It's just sort of a minor complaint that I have, you could say. What did I do? What the fuck? Well, never knew that that was a hotkey, whatever that was. Let's come back here. Mod fight. Oh, my favorite things. Correct grammar depends on your mood. Probably. Since sometimes it depends on how you want to be perceived. English is just a goofy-ass language.
Where do they come from? What do they want?
Where are the makers of Insurrection in 2017? Probably at your local graveyard.
Oh, what a sudden change in music. Why did that happen? Should I remove all? I wouldn't agonize about all the commas, man. If you want to go by the Oxford rule, go for it. Keep them in there. Otherwise, nah. Quick, I gotta go find this image now.
Alright. Let's change up the tunes.
I don't know how good this one is. I don't know if anything could explain Insurrection's voice acting, honestly.
Modern science says the sun is the past, the earth is the present, and the moon is the future. From an incandescent mass we have originated, and into a frozen mass we shall turn. Merciless is the law of nature, and rapidly and irresistibly we are drawn to our doom.
Why do some bands insist on putting lectures in their albums? Why? What is the point? They want to feel intellectual, I guess. To me, it just feels annoying. I'm trying to... Well, I guess I have a very different purpose for listening to music. I listen to music as something to, like... When I'm working on stuff, or when I try to do anything, my brain constantly, like, latches on to incessant little things, like Discord notifications, or... I start thinking about other things that I want to do, or other desires, or I quickly want to check a forum or a YouTube subscription box to see if I have any new videos to watch or anything like that. Like, I get distracted very easily. And for some reason, listening to music sort of fills in all of those gaps in my, what's the term? My attention span. It allows me to focus a little bit more. And I think it's partially because I've just done it so many times that now it works for me. Like, they say that idea that you, getting used to a new habit is the hardest part of keeping a good habit. And getting used to not doing a bad habit is the hardest part of kicking the bad habit. Like, you never hear somebody who's, well, at least, maybe it's different with addiction, but if, like, I imagine if you're addicted to cigarettes and then you quit, it's harder to quit that first day than it is to keep clean like a year afterwards. You know, you're probably not still looking for a cigarette. At that point, your body's adapted to a different kind of habit where you don't smoke cigarettes. It's sort of like that with me now, where I've listened to music so many times while working on stuff that my brain sort of automatically switches into that mode where, okay, I know I'm focused, I know I'm going to do stuff, I know this is what I'm going to mess around with. Whereas these people are probably designing their music with the idea that it would be listened to not in this context. Like, really, it doesn't matter what I'm listening to as long as it's not overly bombastic to the point where it grabs my attention and pulls it away from whatever I'm trying to spend that attention on to work on. It's like I'm just trying to have something in the background. So that might obviously be, you know, not what they're intending their music to be used for or whatever. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the... I don't know. It sort of depends on what classical... I haven't listened to classical music in quite a while. The thing is, if I'm listening to something that's like... I was listening to like this electro stuff earlier in the stream, and sometimes if that's really loud and bombastic, it can get me amped up and pumped up. It's sort of like workout music, I guess. Where I'm like, alright, yeah, it's time to do stuff. But if it's... There's like a certain sound that is... I guess it's noisy, is how you would describe it. Like, it makes you pay attention to the music, as opposed to pay attention to whatever you're trying to do. And usually you can just circumvent that by turning the volume down a little bit, so that it's less distracting. But that's madness. Do you do any custom content work, Hoop Thrower? Or are you just some hoop throwing lunatic who just plays Insurrection? That didn't stop me from releasing maps back in the day, and boy were they amazing. What games do you mod? Weird ass shovelwares. Ah! There's a fly in the top left corner of my monitor. Obviously you can't see it. It's on my actual monitor. That's spooky. I'm trying to make it fly away, but it's not working. You think I can ask it nicely to go away with a notepad file? Oh, it's trying to follow the white, I think. Oh shit. Now I've really done it. Maybe I'll make it... Maybe if I do this enough times, I might make its brain explode. Oh shit, I minimized Discord by doing that. Why is it doing that? Oh. Come on, you idiot fly. You wanna fuck with me, Fly? I'll show you. Clean you up with a paper towel, you feel me? Alright, let's see if I can do this. Probably not. There's no way. Maybe it's distracted by my notepad file. Oh! Did I get him? Fuck! God damn it! Well, at least he left my fucking computer screen. Do I want to save my changes to this fly? That is a good question. What am I doing next? I wanted to do 1 or 2 more scouts, 1 or 2 more supply depots, 1 hydralisk, 1 lurker, 1 ultralisk, 1 mutalisk. I think I attempted to do a 3rd mutalisk and then I don't think I finished it. Oh, wow. Some good progress I made. Oh, man. That's funny, I have a Let's Play of that I've been slowly completing by request of one person, the guy who worked on some of the AI for Inconsummate, Necron. He's got some weird infatuation with that game, and it is honestly the worst RTS I've ever played, probably. But not that I've played very many of them. I'm sure there are some that are just like low effort nothingness, but for a AAA developer, that's probably the worst title I've played that's in the RTS genre. I'm doing a hard run of all the campaigns. Well, I guess I've already finished that. Now I'm doing the Commander's Challenges, which are really retarded. Oh, man. Ah! Fly! God damn it. What if I just broke my monitor doing that? That would be fine. He was trying to... I think Necron found a way to open up the AI scripts in that game, and he said that they didn't make any sense. He said that they attacked you with like 1 unit or something. And that the AI harvests more or less resources. It has like a percentage handicap on resource gathering based on what difficulty you select. Like on the hard difficulty, they just get more money. Which I guess is like a slightly more intuitive way to make the AI not have economic issues than just giving them 9,999 ore and gas at the beginning of every map like you have to do in Brood War. I did hear that CNC4... I've actually tried to play CNC4, and that's where the one area where... That's probably the one RTS title that is worse than Red Alert 3. I tried to play CNC4 off camera without any recording or anything. I got as far as like the 3rd mission, and after the 3rd mission in the story, you're given a chance to join the Brotherhood of Nod for no reason. There's actually no reason that you should join him. Like, in the story. There's no justification. It's just... makes no sense. And all of the graphics are like way more cartoony than StarCraft 2. Ugh. That didn't even feel like a fan-made project. That felt like a project, like a campaign or a game that was designed to just make you angry. Or sick to your stomach. And I think it succeeded in both grounds. Or in both cases. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Alright, let me make this other Mutalisk. See which ones we want to go for. This doesn't seem right. What? What the fuck? Honestly, I don't get it. How? What? Okay. Oh, maybe because I didn't have the hard eraser selected? Oh, that was it. It's crazy. Didn't even make sense. Alright, let's put this over here. They took screenshots to make the units? That's crazy. The infinite range artillery is a mechanic that Blizzard uses in their own games. So I guess they were just ahead of their times. Can't fault them for that one. Alright. I keep procrastinating on making this fucking Mutalist graphic. Oh, it's a little big there. You're a big eraser. For you. Whoa. Okay. Come on, Photoshop. Why you gotta be like that? Is it really? I would have thought any game by EA was probably really easy to crash, honestly. Just sort of out of instinct. Is that the end of that album too? Holy shit, I'm running through this music. Screw me. Oh, this is an hour and a half long one though. It's probably not gonna work that much longer on this stuff. Even though it's good stuff. Oh yeah, I guess that makes some sense. I really don't like hard coding stuff in general, not only as a developer but also in general. I don't think the idea of it is really good. I don't think it's a good idea. I mean, I understand the desire to keep your game safe from crashes, but if the game is crashing based on something you did, you should probably be responsible for fixing it. At least in my opinion. Uh-oh. This one has vocals. Prepare yourself.
We might be in for a swift change here, kids. Welcome to my humble abode. It's where I keep all my good stuff.
And madness. I haven't practiced my Jack Frost impression as much as a certain someone here. The Jay Pr0nogo himself. I don't know if I'm feeling this one. Might not be good enough stuff, you know? Let's skip to the next track. Or just at any point. Yeah, okay. I guess we're swapping over to this Marilyn Manson looking motherfucker. See if he's got something better for us. We'll even turn him up here, give him the benefit of the doubt. Well, I'm into this sort of stuff. If it offends anyone's particular sensibilities, I can swap it out. Well, maybe not. I was into his Let's Go stuff. Then I think he may have lost the plot almost immediately. Is this really another skip? Might be. Let's pull this one back. What am I looking for? Oh yeah. My Z Mutalisk pictures. Where they at? Here they are. Yeah, I think it's might be alright, I don't know. We'll see. I'll give it at least one song a full listen through, and then I'll cast judgment. Were you asking me that, Vorgos? Alright, I'm calling it now. We're skipping that one. Let's just head over to some more electro. It's usually a safer world in that sphere. Oh shit, the Kian's back. Oh, Snakes is having a meltdown on the internet. What a man. Yeah, sure. You can just keep letting me know whenever you do like a major update to the ModDB link or whatever, and I'll update my stuff too. And I haven't, I don't think I've played it or maybe I did. I don't really remember. Oh man. It's been so long. Okay. So what else did I want to do then? An Ultralisk, a third Lurker, a fourth Hydralisk, second and third Supply Depot, second and third, or third and fourth Scout. Well, the only one I still know for a fact I want to do is that. Or the only one that I absolutely need is a second Supply Depot. Everything else can probably be extra bonus stuff I do next time. Yeah. Sounds about right. Okay, let's close that out. Okay. There was a review for Insurrection. What is wrong with my Facebook timeline, honestly? Still holding out hope for when somebody publishes a review of Inconsummate. Then I can say my campaign was reviewed by some random guy. Expansions? Oh. For Brood War itself. Yep, there was Stellar Forces, Insurrection, Retribution, and then the Japanese one. What was that? I have to go find that now. I have it somewhere here. There's no way I'm gonna find it in this fucking mess. I know where I have it updated, however. Stratospace. That was it. Yeah, Stellar Forces and Stratospace. So there were Stellar Forces, Stratospace, Insurrection, Retribution. I'm pretty sure those are the only ones. What am I listening to? That's actually unbelievable, that. Stratospace. We still don't know who fucking made it either. Some band of Japanese workers in a sweatshop. I thought there was something on the SC wiki about it. Hold on. Oh, that's the wrong SC link I have bookmarked. Here we go. Stratospace. Unbelievable. Yeah. You don't want to see what they look like. There you go. That's a good map. They all have hilarious names, too. This one is called 2 Years. Because it took them 2 years to make the map, of course. What the fuck? What a disaster. This is a good map. I don't know, man. You can really see that they tried to make sure that this was a balanced experience. Terran players on the for player 1 won't even be able to build a fucking add-on in their command center. That's pretty good. I imagine most of these maps probably don't even work. Or not most, some of them. How are you even supposed to build on here? This one, meanwhile, is totally fine, but this one, no, no, no. Yeah, that was surprising. I was pretty impressed that they did it that way. Here we go. We got bob.scm. What's Bob about this, you may ask? I don't have an answer for you. Bob. Bop. Oh, it's Bob with some extra minerals. How? 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 Ni hao. And we got Bop War. Oh, it's like Bob but with more terrain variety. That's pretty impressive. Brain. Let's check out Brain. What's brainy about this? That's 17 doodads. That's about as much as the average Blizzard campaign map. Breading Evil? Maybe they thought they were saying breeding evil? They were. There's not even a reason to go down here. There's no expansions or anything. And Castle Rock. There's not even a castle. Oh, this is a nice expansion. Check me out on Instagram. This is it. That's a pretty good expansion, guys, I think. It's the only if you ever run out of resources in your main. But check out the levels. These are the campaign missions. Unbelievable. Pretty sure this. Oh, never mind. I thought it was gonna be supply blocked. Isn't Final Battle? Yeah, Final Battle's amazing. This is Final Battle, the 20th mission. They went all out for this one. This is incredible. Of course, this is the height of map making. The pillar. Pinnacle. Uppermost echelon. Pretty amazing, honestly. Stellar Force has had some doozies. Basically every map ever made. Didn't it? Wait, actually, this almost has terrain. Wait, this was a single player map? Battle Queen. Why? Why did they make this? Bunker Hill. Community College. I went there for a while. Oh, this is a nice base. All of these air conditioners really make it feel useful. Oh, this is a nice expansion. Incredible. And you have to get to a beacon, of course. And there's a Gundam in the water for some reason. Anytime I see Gundams, I Alt F4 basically, so gotta remain consistent. Mystic Forest! If you think this is easy, you're wrong. Dead wrong. Why does your start location up here with a single SCV, 2 ghosts, and 5 marines, and then you start with a command center, though? There's a Protoss AI with a scout and an arbiter. A Zerg AI with a queen, some other shit. Oh, and then we gotta bring the Kadar and Crystal over. Well, I think it's about time for me to fall asleep. Good stuff, as Jay Pr0nogo would say. Thanks for coming out to hang. Oh, this will be fun. You can have an infinite loop of me watching my own stream. I'll probably stream maybe Saturday to finish up the rest of the doodads that I have to finish up, and then I'll be good to go. So, yeah. Good night.